Welcome to Buy, Hold, Sell. My name's Matthew Kibben, and today we have a special on our big four banks. I have Campbell Dawson from Elstree and John Abernethy from Clime. Let's start with you, John. The banks have had, share prices have had a 35% run over the last 12 months, double the overall market. Is it a bubble?
Oh, it's no way it's a bubble. The whole market's re-rated and the banks have been re-rated faster because the yield is supporting it and the outlook is reasonable. There's growth in the banks' earnings from here. We've just seen some of the results coming through now. ANZ showed growth coming from cost containment. They've got excess capital. We're looking at growth of 5 to 6% next year, which is fine.
Commonwealth Bank being at almost 3 times book value doesn't worry you?
No, it does. That's a bit excessive, but the yield will hold it. You've got to look at across the world. Australian banks are the highest quality in the world banks by a long way, and their performance is without peer.
Campbell, Commonwealth and Westpac are two of the most expensive retail banks in the world. Do you think the sector is overbought at this stage?
Yeah, it is. I think this is almost as good as it gets. As John said, the expense performance of ANZ and was exceptional, but all the other components which drive your bank, your interest margins and your bad debts are as good as they're going to get. So I can't see too much earnings growth coming through, but it will be held up by the dividends. And as John says, the banks are ex-growth, so they generate an enormous amount of capital and they're only paying out 70%.
Of the four, which one would you prefer?
Oh, I think you just go the cheapest. They're all the same in the end. So you go and buy NAB. Because, Clime's probably got another 12 months to get it right. If he doesn't, he'll be sacked and they'll put someone in who will.
Right. Are you going to pick one, John, above the rest?
Well, I think ANZ's the cheapest ahead of NAB's. And I like ANZ's growth profile of Asia. I think that stands them aside from the other banks, which are too domestic, and NAB's too much in UK. So I've got ANZ as my top pick. Offshore
Expansion's never really worked for Australian banks. So you're not too worried about that?
No, but it hasn't worked in Asia before because Asia hasn't been the growth engine of this. But the world's growth in the next 10 years will be Asian-based. So ANZ's in the right spot.
You can bank on the banks.